Sound healing across cultures and beyond. A resonant journey. Introduction. Since ancient times, humans have harnessed sound as a healing force. From the echo of a monk's chant in a medieval cathedral to the pulsing beats of a tribal drum deep in a forest, sound has the unique ability to touch our bodies, minds, and spirits all at once. In this narrative exploration, we'll travel through different eras and traditions. Ancient cultures where sound was sacred medicine, modern science where frequency becomes therapy, and even into metaphysical realms where cosmic tones and otherworldly vibrations inspire new healing modalities. As we journey, notice the common thread: the belief that harmonious vibrations can restore balance and well-being, whether by calming an anxious heart or tuning the very soul. Ancient and traditional sound healing practices. Tibetan singing bowls. Harmonic resonance in the Himalayas. A traditional Tibetan singing bowl, resting on a cushion, being played with a mallet. High in the Himalayan region, Tibetan, Himalayan, singing bowls have long been used for meditation and healing. Legend connects them to shamanic bond rituals and Buddhist monasteries thousands of years ago. When a practitioner gently strikes or rubs the rim of a metal singing bowl, it emits a rich hum and soothing harmonics that seem to vibrate through the body. Culturally, these bronze alloy bowls were tools for spiritual practice, aiding meditation and aligning the mind with deeper states of consciousness. In Tibetan Buddhist belief, their resonance is said to harmonize the body's energy field and even balance the chakras, subtle energy centers. PubMed, ncbi.nlm.nh.gov. The method of practice is simple yet profound. One holds the bowl in the palm and circles it with a mallet, producing a sustained om-like tone that can be felt as much as heard. Users often report a deep sense of calm and centeredness as the sound seems to wash over them. Modern research, intriguingly, has begun validating some of these effects. Studies show that singing bowl sound meditation can reduce tension, anxiety, and depression while improving blood pressure and heart rate. PubMed, NCBI, NLM.nh.gov. Clinicians in the West now incorporate these bowls in sound baths and massage sessions for pain relief and stress reduction. Healthline, GOMHealthline.com. Notable Western practitioners like singing bowl master Shuren Shrestha have helped popularize this ancient art globally. Whether used one-on-one, a healer placing bowls on a client's body, or in group meditations, Tibetan singing bowls exemplify the ancient idea that sound is healing. Their gentle vibrations literally entrain the brain into relaxed states and, as tradition holds, restore harmony where there is dis-ease. Aboriginal didgeridoos. Drone of the Dreamtime. In the Aboriginal cultures of Australia, the deep drone of the didgeridoo has echoed for at least 500 years, and by some oral traditions much longer. This long wooden wind instrument, traditionally a eucalyptus branch naturally hollowed by termites, produces a low, continuous drone when the player uses a special circular breathing technique. Aboriginal elders consider the didgeridoo's sound a link to the Dreamtime, the creation era. It's used in ceremonies and healing rituals passed down through generations. Culturally and historically, shamans, healers, would play the didgeridoo over an ill person's body, believing the vibrating drone could help mend broken bones or heal sick organs. The method is immersive. A healer might move the instrument around a person, saturating them in waves of primordial sound. The experience is often described as deeply grounding, as if the earth's voice speaks through the instrument. Modern observers have been amazed to learn that this ancient practice has tangible benefits. For example, playing the didgeridoo has been found therapeutic for conditions like sleep apnea and asthma by strengthening respiratory muscles. EMC, NCBI, NLM, NIH.gov. The vibrations are also reported to massage deep tissue. Many listeners say a didgeridoo sound bath induces a trance, like relaxation. And indeed, a controlled trial showed that didgeridoo sound meditation significantly reduced stress and was highly enjoyable for participants. NCBI, NLM, niche.gov PMC, NCBI, NLM, niche, gov. Notable didgeridoo healing practitioners, such as Jalu Guruwiwi of the Yolngu people, have shared their music globally, and now even in Western wellness circles, a didgeridoo may appear alongside gongs and bowls. In group settings, its drone often underpins a sound journey, the audience feeling the vibration through the floor. In personal practice, some learn to play it themselves for self-healing. The act of producing the drone can be meditative and strengthening. From an Aboriginal perspective, the didgeridoo's sound is the voice of nature's spirit. Its healing power lies in returning one's vibration to alignment with Mother Earth. Gregorian chants, sacred tones of the West. Across the world in medieval Europe, a very different sound was revered for its healing and spiritual qualities, the Gregorian chant. In candlelit monasteries of the 9th century onward, Benedictine monks would gather at dawn and dusk to intone Latin plainsong, simple, unaccompanied melodies carried by unified voices. These chants, named after Pope Gregory I, became the soundtrack of Western monastic life. The cultural and historical roots of Gregorian chant lie in early Christianity's desire to induce a prayerful, transcendent state. The slow, flowing chants were believed to cleanse the spirit and glorify God. Methodically, monks practiced for hours a day, using their voice as an instrument of devotion. The practice is group-oriented. A choir of voices sings in unison, creating an ethereal echo in stone cathedrals. Anecdotally, the impact on practitioners was profound. A famous story by Dr. Alfred Tomatis recounts how, after Vatican II, one monastery stopped its daily chanting, and the monks became inexplicably fatigued and depressed, until chanting was reinstated, charging their brains and bodies with new vitality. theimaginative-conservative.org. Tomatis concluded that the chant's sonic frequencies stimulated the monks' nervous systems, providing energy as essential as their food. Indeed, beyond spiritual effects, Gregorian chant has been noted to induce calm and physiological benefits in listeners. The slow rhythm-free melodies can synchronize breath and heartbeat. Some studies, and plenty of personal testimonials, find that listening or singing chant lowers blood pressure and reduces anxiety and depression. theimaginative-conservative.org. The claimed benefits range from improved concentration, hence why some play chants as study music, to spiritual consolation for the troubled soul. Notable practitioners include Benedictine orders like the monks of Solesmes, who preserved and taught the chant through the ages, and modern ensembles, e.g., Gregorian and the monks of Santo Domingo de Silos, whose recordings became unexpectedly popular in the 1990s, suggesting a contemporary hunger for the peace these ancient tones impart. Whether experienced in a resonant chapel or on a pair of headphones, Gregorian chanting demonstrates how simply the human voice, when dedicated in prayer, can become a powerful instrument of healing for body and soul. Shamanic drumming, heartbeat of the earth. In indigenous cultures worldwide, from the Arctic tundra to the Amazon rainforest, shamanic drumming has been a cornerstone of healing ceremonies. The steady beat of the drum is often called the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and shamans, healers, or medicine men, women, use it to travel between the physical and spirit worlds. Culturally, drumming rituals date back countless generations. For example, Siberian shamans beat frame drums to initiate trance journeys. North American Lakota healers drum and chant during sweat lodge ceremonies, and Amazonian shamans use percussive rhythms to guide healing dances. Despite differences, the underlying practice is similar. A repetitive rhythm, usually around 4 to 7 beats per second, is sustained for long periods, inducing a trance state in participants. The method might involve a single shaman drumming and singing to heal a patient, diagnosing spiritual causes of illness and restoring balance, or entire communities forming a drum circle around a fire, each participant contributing to a wall of rhythmic sound. The effects are both psychological and physiological. The monotonous, repetitive beat tends to entrain brainwaves, moving the mind into a theta rhythm associated with deep meditation and visionary experiences. NCBI, NLM, niche.gov. Listeners often report feeling dreamlike or experiencing imagery and insight during these drumming sessions, which shamans interpret as journeys of the soul. Therapeutically, drumming can be cathartic. It releases tension, energizes the weary, and can even entrain the body's rhythms, heartbeat, breath, to a calmer pace. Scientific studies have shown that drumming, and the focused meditation it induces, lowers stress hormones like cortisol for participants SEPI, ncbi.nlm.nish.gov. Remarkably, group drumming has also been found to boost the immune system. One study observed increased natural killer cell activity after a drum circle, suggesting the body's defenses literally tune up in response to rhythmicmusicdrummingevent.com. Shamans have always maintained that drumming connects and heals on a communal level as well. When a group drums and sings together, a powerful sense of unity emerges. Personal boundaries soften as everyone entrains to the same pulse. This unity can be incredibly healing and uplifting, as one account notes, fostering social support and emotional release. Shamansmarket.com. Notable modern practitioners like Michael Harner and Sandra Ingerman introduced core shamanism, including drumming techniques, to Western audiences, showing that even without a specific cultural context, people benefit from the practice. Today, therapeutic drumming circles are used for veterans with PTSD, at-risk youth, and others, because the ancient wisdom holds true. The drum, with its primal rhythm, speaks to something fundamental in us. It reminds our hearts of their natural rhythm, shaking loose emotional blocks and reconnecting us to the pulse of life. In essence, shamanic drumming uses the simplest of tools, a beat, to call forth our own healing capacities, and to invite supportive spirits or energies, as many traditions believe. Ethnomusicology Review, UCLA, Edu, African Healing Rhythms, Music Medicine of the Motherland. On the African continent, rich musical traditions intertwine with healing in myriad ways. In many African societies, music is medicine, a concept deeply ingrained in daily life and spiritual practice. From West African drum rituals to East African trance dances, sound and rhythm serve to both diagnose and cure afflictions, which are often seen as imbalances in communal or spiritual harmony. A compelling perspective comes from ethnomusicology. Many African peoples experience sickness and healing through rituals of consciousness, transformation whose experiential core is music. Ethnomusicology Review, UCLA.edu. In other words, music isn't an adjunct to healing. It is the vehicle of healing itself. Take, for example, the traditional healing ceremonies of the Ashanti people of Ghana. In an Ashanti shrine healing, drummers play specific rhythms called abubo and enkra to summon particular deities, called abusum, into the priest healer. Okomfro Ethnomusicology Review, uclaa.edu. The drumming grows in intensity until, as observers describe, the Okomfo enters a trance and becomes possessed by the healing spirit. In this state, the priest can diagnose the patient's problem, be it physical or spiritual, and prescribe remedies, often herbal cures combined with further music and dance. The role of the Dru